Good morning. Good Friday morning. It doesn't make a difference for me whether it's a weekend or not. But good morning, my beautiful beings. I've seen you around, baby. Glad to see that you're okay. Yes. I wasn't going to go live until Monday morning because I'm having, of course, some technical difficulties with my lighting. That's why I'm not on the camera again. But I don't know. It's so much I want to say. So much that I said I got to come on here and say something. You know, everybody perceives things different. And I see a major setup. I see, hey, good morning, Des. I just saw your notice, baby. I went to bed early. I'm going to go watch it. How are you? Hello, Liberia. AH, good morning. You guys, I see a major setup. And because I am who I am and I stay out of the real mess, I'm only going to show a little bit of something what I observe. It's like military, so I'm going to try to break it down kind of fast. But I'm going to break it down in military form, in real life, and right here on the YouTube streets. Good morning, Queen Diva and Miss Cookie. Yes. I'm going to break it down, but I'm going to try to make it fast because, I mean, this is, ooh, you didn't get your notifications? I think what happens when you don't get your notifications, you have to go in there and unsubscribe and resubscribe again. I don't know what this YouTube is doing, but I noticed they delete, they unsubscribe people, and then they resubscribe. So I don't know what's going on. But you guys, I do know that there's a game being played here. And one person in particular is becoming the sacrificial lamb, and I don't even think they really realize that. And that happens. Sometimes it happens because we let our guard down, because we think we can't be touched, and people set you up to destroy you. And when they do that, remember, they have many people coming against you. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me. So I'm sitting back and I'm observing everything that's going on. And again, when I watch things, I watch what people don't say and what they do say. You know, I've always said, listen to what people don't say. And that's the craziest thing, but I am listening to what people are not saying. You got a lot of key players in this. You got a lot of key players in this game in real life and in this virtual world. In real life, they setting us up. Now, in reference to Breonna Taylor, I never touched really too much on this, but I do want to say that the injustice that's done to Breonna Taylor family is not unfathomable, because that's what they do. But they set it up nicely for them to do exactly what they did, not serve justice for that young lady, you know. And sometimes money clouds our mind. Now, even though it's a $12 million settlement, the settlement hasn't been paid out yet, I believe. But sometimes they throw money at us to throw us off our game, our main focus. People say, well, she got $12 million. No. They won't get $12 million. The family will never get to $12 million. They may get some millions, but it wouldn't be 12 million. But again, they offered that settlement, I believe, so they could justify, in a way, this injustice that's being done. So we need to keep our mind on that too, as well. The injustice that's being done to us in the real world. And then there's injustice being done to people in the YouTube world, in this virtual world. But I want to talk a little bit about the military and how I tied this in with the military. And I kind of want to walk this one slow because I need y'all to see the missing pieces. Now, in the military, when you join the military, the first thing the military do once you signed up, thank you, Sis Trish, for smashing it. Once you sign up, hey, Brixton, babe, they send you to, once you sign up and you become part of the military, they send you to basic training. Now, I'm going to tie all this into this YouTube garbage of what's going on. They send you to basic training. And the reason why they send you to basic training, because for one, they have to mentally retrain you. So during basic training, you're in basic training for months, weeks to months, and you have no outside contact. That's because the government wants to reprogram your mind. Remember, they want to reprogram your mind. So if they don't if you don't have any outside contact from your family, there's no one to talk to, and they can easily keep your attention and keep you focused on your mission, because now you're going to get a mission and they own you. From that part on, when you sign that contract, they own you. Same thing in this YouTube streets, and I'm going to tie it all back. So during basic training, they mentally reprogram you to believe that whatever they tell you is factual. And you're being controlled, you're being mind manipulated to fit in the program of being in the military. The same on these YouTube streets. And then they physically train you. So every day you have to train hard. And if you don't pass this physical conditioning, then you're no longer part of the military. Yeah, if you can't pass this mental and physical conditioning at the very beginning in this basic training, then you are not eligible to continue on in the military. Same in these YouTube streets. And I'm going to tie it back in. So they're conditioning you to fight. They conditioning you to fight on command. So you fight on command. You don't question anything. You don't reject. You just fight. When they tell you it's time to go somewhere, let me load you up. The logistics department gets you all prepared to go. And when you go in the battlefield, you just fight, because they have conditioned you they have conditioned you to know and to think that there's an enemy, and you are going to fight the enemy. But in the meantime, while they preparing you mentally is the most powerful thing they have, mentally. While they preparing you mentally and physically, you're losing control of what's really going on. You're moving on command. That's the same as in these YouTube streets. You are aligning yourself with a certain camp and you're moving on command. And even though, because you are conditioned, even though I don't tell you to move, in some cases you move. You get out here and windmill, you get out here and align yourself, you get out here and jump on platforms so you can be seen that you are being loyal to someone else. That's the military. We get out here and fight for the United States, so the United States know we are being loyal to the United States. That's the same here. And when they set you up, in alignment with these camps is the same as alignment with our allies. We get allies. We prepare our allies. We train our allies. We equip our allies, because when it's time to fight, our allies, oh, that's a tricky one. Our allies come in full force with us. They align with us. Oh, that allies thing is tough for me. So they align with us. And then you'll start seeing, and you that the allies are aligning up. They lining up to get ready to go to war, to get ready to wage war. Same in the YouTube streets. You see people different size now, and they lining up. And what it is when you equipped and you train your allies, sometimes you don't even have to tell them to act because they see you positioning yourself. So automatically they're trained mentally to position themselves. That's the same thing on these YouTube streets. They told you a while back that there was a war. And when there was a war, you start seeing people line up now. You start seeing them to line up now. You start seeing enemies become friends, what they call friends. Same with us. Same in the United States military. You start seeing people line up, but they focusing on the enemy. But what happens here, what I'm seeing is when we equipped you, see, they are equipping you because I need the person to know. I need people to know when you become the sacrificial lamb. When it's said and done with, you are the one that's being destroyed. So what they're doing is they're equipping these people with certain artillery, weaponry. You know, they equipping them because they need them to go to battle because they want them to focus on who the leader is focusing on. So you have number 45 focusing on a certain country, and he want to make sure that we stay focused on that country as being the enemy. But in the meantime, and y'all walk with me because this is where I'm getting at. In the meantime, he's aligning himself with the enemy. Mm-hmm. Think about it. He's aligning himself with the enemy, but he have everybody else thinking different. But we know that this 45 is aligning himself with the enemy, and the enemy is really cozying up with him, just like on this YouTube street, what's happening now. You got all these people that went from side to side, joining alliances, and some people, good morning, really, BTV, are already in camps, and then you got people lining up with these camps. So what they doing is they thinking they lining up to take down one person, but in actuality, they're taking down other people. They're taking down little camps. They taking down little people. And if you don't pay attention, good morning, Red Afro. If you don't pay attention, you're going to get caught up in that. And so I see people sacrificing their platforms and themselves to line up with someone that they think is a bigger force than they are. So they're sacrificing themselves to line up with these camps. And the reason why they're doing that is because they want to build their camps, and that's the military. These little allies will, what happened, they will join forces with us just to build their camps. They're just building their countries. That's all they're doing. And in the meantime, we are working with them as a force. The same thing here. You're working with them, and they want you to know that you're their ally. But at the end of the day, only one country is going to be standing, and that country wants to be the United States. And it's only one camp in here, you guys. Only one person want to be standing, and that person will do anything. That person or persons will do anything to make sure they remain standing. They will do anything. They will make you think that they are your friend, that they're your only comforter, they're your only friend, they're your only ally, to make sure that you get so comfortable with them, you let your guard down. And when you let your guard down because you think they're your friend, China, Russia, and the United States, because you think they're your friend, you let your guard down and you side with them. And when you side with them, you lose. You can't even see that that particular country or that particular person is destroying you, because now you have gotten so comfortable with them. They shower you with nice gifts, opportunities, all the love and hugs, and whatever it takes, because they have studied you. And when the United States study people, now remember, I want you to see the correlation, because I say the United States, then I say you too. But when they study you, they learn your behavior. They learn what you accept and what you don't say. They learn your strengths and they learn your weaknesses. They studied your weaknesses just as well as they studied your strengths, because they have to know how to attack you. And then you start getting all these key players that they haven't even been on the scene. They start coming back and they start forging together to take you down. But you think that you are covered by your ally. Sometimes we think that our allies are going to cover us. But what happens is when we start getting in the midst, see, that was the purpose of 45 breaking down the allies, the NATOs, the NATO. That was his purpose of trying to dismantle NATO, because they don't want the allies to join forces with the US and attack the enemy, because then they had too many allies. So you have too many small camps. You have too many small platforms. So you got to do away with the small platforms. You got to crush them, because once you crush them and you study and you observe who's the small platforms, and they insert themselves and they get into it because they want to join allies. They want to become allies. They want to fight with you, not against you. They want to fight with you because they believe in what you are saying and doing. And sometime, because you don't like that particular person, you will join another force. You'll join another force to help take down that person. And that's what's happening in the real world, in our US military, as well as this virtual world. Everyone's joining sides to take down whomever they try to take down. And then it becomes so cloudy, because when they throw in all this other stuff, you can't focus on the true enemy. When they throw in these distractions, you can't focus on the real enemy. And that's the purpose of the enemy. That's the purpose. They have learned they have studied your strengths and your weaknesses. And now they're going to come for your strength, not your weakness. They're going to attack your strength first. And once they chip away at your strength, then eventually your weakness will fall. So they're chipping away at these people. Everybody joining forces. Now everybody want to tell what information they had, because now they want to side with this person. They want to side with that person. But from the very beginning, the person on top has created this chaos so they can remain strong. Now you have to figure out, because everyone's running around here confused and I'm just watching it. And because I really don't get in the shits, I won't say what I see, but to a certain extent. So now everybody is teaming up with the allies. But you got to remember, 45, in reference to the military, is looking down on all this stuff. And he's setting everything in motion so it could play out just the way he needs it to play out to destroy the enemy. But in the meantime, 45, and I want you to follow this, have teamed up with Putin behind the scenes. That's the same thing going on here. And he has fed 45 all this information on how to destroy the United States. And the United States supposed to be top notch, but the United States is not paying attention because the guy at the very, very top, 45, wants to win so bad. I want you to pick this up. He wants to win so bad, he can't even see the enemy who he is now calling his friend, destroying him. Remember that. He can't see the true enemy because he have cozied up with the enemy, and they have showered him with gifts. They have broken him down mentally that he can't even see the forest for the trees. And that is purposely done. These people are siding with each other and they're attacking each other. They dropping what they call tea. You done sat on this tea this long because you're disliked for some people. You have set on some of this information because you have destroyed or you wanted to destroy someone else. That's the same thing going on here. When they start spilling this when they start spilling this tea that they done had for a long time, and they start revealing all these players behind the scene, and they start throwing in these people. Hey, Pizarro, baby, love to you, sweetie. They start throwing in these people, and these people start coming back from nowhere. Just all of a sudden they hitting the scenes now, because what they did is they seek these people to become allies to destroy other people. And if you're not aware and you're not on top of your game because you're thinking you're so high up there that you can't be destroyed, then you lose focus. That's the military. We always keep our eye on the enemy. We always study our ops. And that's what they doing here. They studied their ops. And the way they're going to attack their ops is they're going to give them attractive gifts. They're going to shower them with attractive gifts because now they see that they got them a little bit believing what they say. And because they believe them a little bit, they're going along with them, not even knowing that they are the one who's coming after them to destroy them, because they have made it look so, so good. They made it look so, so good because they studied you. And they studied you and they saw what your desires were. They saw where your heart was. They saw where your strength was. They saw your weaknesses. And they have studied you not for days, not for months, but for years. And when you study something for years, you will know how to attack that person or persons, camps or camps, allies or enemies. If you study them for years, the United States have studied people for years, countries for years. They go in. The United States is so sweet, tie this in with these YouTube streets, that the United States will equip you. They will give you equipment. They will make agreements with you. NATO. They will do all they have to do to make sure they keep you at their command, that they keep you at a certain distance. They make sure that you believe that they are all for you while they are always against you. No one will ever train someone 100%. Just think about it. Just think about it. When you have a job, now listen to this. You have a job and they say, Binge, I want you. This is Red Afro. Red Afro is the new nurse here, the doctor here. I want you to train Red Afro on your system, on our system, help him visit patients, take them wherever. You do that. But you have never, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, trained someone 100%, because at one point you felt threaten. You may not say it, you may not see, but you don't ever train someone 100%, because in the back of your mind is, if I train them 100%, damn, they could possibly take my job. So we never train people 100%. Neither does the United States. They will equip you, they will lead you, they will manipulate you, they will train you physically and mentally, but they will never ever train you 100%. They will never give you the resources, the information, the equipment to ever turn around and attack them. They're going to always be a one up on you. And that's in life, and that's in this virtual world. Now, they're building whatever they need to build. I'm just standing back watching. You right, Brixton, the student might become the teacher, and that's why you never train somebody with 100%, is because all in the back of your mind, you always think, damn, I'm training them to take my job, or they could take my job, or they could become better than I. That's just who we are. That's the same thing going on here. Same thing going on. No one is ever going to equip you 100%, because they're afraid that one day, come on, follow me, you'll turn against me. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening on these YouTube streets. And so your enemy is looking right in your face, giving you everything you need, because remember, they studied you for years. And I'll say this, if you didn't like me yesterday, you're not going to like me today. I threw that in there. If you didn't like me yesterday, you don't like me today. If you did things to me yesterday to try to hurt, harm, put me in danger, destroy me, you're still doing it behind the scenes. See, that's why I don't do that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because when people say they sorry and they don't change their actions, they were never sorry in the first place. But we, as especially I'm gonna deal with Black people, we're so quick to forgive. Some things overshadow and cloud our memory. See, what happens here, they will attack people one week, and it'll be for that week, and everybody will eat off of that person, or whatever that narrative is, or whatever's going on. And the next week they'll move on to someone else. And that's a fact. They don't stay on you long unless you got a long, drawn out beef with somebody. That's the same as the United States. That's what's going on in the United States as well. They build in their allies. They have built their allies, but the enemy, now listen to this so you'll get what I'm saying. The enemy has caused you to turn against your ally. I just want to say that. The enemy done caused you to turn against your ally. The enemy got you thinking that your own ally is against you. And so what do? They move in for the attack, for the kill. They dismantle your whole unit. They dismantle your whole camp. But what they do is they dug, and they saw your strength. They see your strength, and they went after your strength, because see, they not looking at your weaknesses, because they got that shit covered. It's how can I destroy the strength in this giant? Okay? Okay? How can I destroy the strength in this giant? Now, I don't get in this, but let me tell you something. It is truly called chess and not checkers. And at the end of the day, the king will remain standing. At the end of the day, the United States will remain standing while they use their allies to move all over this world. They use their allies and their forces to move all around this world. You use this queen, Y'all better watch these players. Y'all better watch these players. You use this queen to move all over this chessboard to protect you. And at the end of the day, one of your pawns, one of your rooks, one of your knights will take your queen, but you will still be standing the king. We will condition people. We will break them down mentally. We will retrain their minds. We will equip them with whatever they need. Then we will turn around and destroy them. That's how they do. That's how the military do. This was a long one, but I'm trying to make it so simple because I see it happening here. I see it happening here. And because I am independent and I stand on my own and I don't get involved, with the riffraff a lot of times, but I see what's happening. And I said to myself, I said, self, make a video from the beginning to the end. And then when this is over, release the video because I see it. I see key players in all of this that people don't even see. Key players. But they're being used to distract what's really going on. Being used. And there's some strong camps here. If we talk about in the YouTube world, we have some strong military force. But if you notice, now I'm going to bring it back to the military and then I'm going to tie it in with the YouTube. Our military force is getting weaker because now you got 45 dismantling by taking away fundings, a lot of programs, a lot of things that the military survive off of. You have people downplaying us now, saying we're not even strong as we used to be. Because that gentleman over there in Russia and China have studied us for years like we have studied them. And not saying we're not powerful, but they're taking the power away. Because what did they do? Pay attention to this. This is exactly what they did. They, 45, aligned himself with the enemy. The enemy got 45 thinking he's their friend. So what they did to dismantle, and what they're doing to dismantle the United States, is they put this little joker in office because they're really working for the ops. I don't know if you heard that. They're really working for the ops, and you don't even know it. But you're working for the ops. They have aligned themselves with people that they have, that you don't know that they align themselves with. They working so hard. They giving you everything you need. They giving us everything we need just to win the war. Remember, you guys said it was a war. I didn't. I never said it was a war. You guys said it was a war. They are equipping people with what they need. They are mentally retraining them and to attack certain people that they call the ops. That's what they doing. I'm watching them. And you got key players. You got people who coming back in the game. You know, you got the old becoming the new. You got little content creators. You got little old me over here just looking, trying to see what's going on. And you got other people who peeping game. And you got people who's not peeping game. Then you got people who's peeping game and not sure if they peeping game. Because what happens when they start peeping game, you guys, when the United States starts showing their strength, somebody throws something in the game to discombobulate us, to confuse us. So we're not sure if the enemy is the enemy now. Good morning, BB Nice. How are you, baby? So we're not even sure if the enemy is the enemy now, but I'm sure the enemy is the enemy. See, because the enemy never changes. But what the enemy does do is he cozy up with you. She cozy up with you. They cozy up with you. They get you so comfortable. They let down your guard. Now I'm just going to turn this around. I'm just going to turn this around to make sure it ties in. You know, we all partying. We getting happy. You know, we partying. We thinking we around people who really like us and, you know, giving us opportunities. And, you know, these people are helping us out and they doing all that. And then we let our guard down because we start drinking, getting intoxicated, smoking, getting intoxicated, getting high, doing whatever. And we just partying. We in our own zone because I'm feeling so comfortable with this enemy. I'm feeling so comfortable with these enemies that I don't even realize that they're enemies. Damn. Yeah, because I don't even realize it now because I'm so comfortable with them. And that's what's happening in the US, in the real world, and that's what's happening in these YouTube streets on this virtual world. They showering us with money. They did it to Breonna Taylor's family because they knew that they weren't going to serve justice. So they showered her with a $12 million, her family with a $12 million lawsuit. I mean settlement, which you'll never get 12 million. But money can't replace a loved one. But so they throwing that in to distract us while they're doing other things. They getting ready to put a supreme justice in the Supreme Court. They getting ready to put another probably conservative in the Supreme Court because unfortunately Ruth Ginsburg died. Beta Ginsburg died. So, but that's the military, and that's the same thing on these YouTube streets. You'll see these people crop up. You'll see this information being dropped. You'll see people getting siding with people, and see what happens is they condition you. Remember, I tell you they have to mentally break you down to retrain you. They mentally condition you to not even care what's right and what's wrong. You know wrong is wrong, but you don't care because they have mentally conditioned you to not even care that wrong is wrong and right is right. So all you doing is siding with an ally because you're trying to attack an enemy in your mind. So you don't care whether your ally is right or wrong. You don't care. You just so busy trying to get the enemy. And that's the problem I have with what's going on here because I see a lot of things going on and I'm like, damn, they can't even see the forest for the trees because at the end of the day, there's only going to be one winner. There's only going to be one king or queen. There's only going to be one. Now, it'll be a lot of them running around here, doing well for themselves, knocking down numbers, knocking down super chat, cash apps. But at the end of the day, it's so many forces coming together to destroy certain people platforms they don't even see. And they will sacrifice whatever it takes. And you are the little pawn. Don't forget that. You are the little pawn, and they will pick you off one by one. They will feed people certain information one by one, just to make sure that they will remain the winning person. Yeah. See, a lot of times you invest. It's called an investment. These people are investing just like we invest in the military. They put millions and millions and millions of dollars in the military. Do you know the military spend millions of dollars on their allies? On the allies, the millions of dollars to make sure at the end of the day that you're fighting with us and you're not fighting against us. That's the same thing in this virtual world. What's going on right here in this community, what I see, they're spending dollars, thousands of dollars, so you could get alliance with people just so you could destroy them. That's some deep stuff. That's deep. I don't know if anyone caught that, but that's how I see it. You spending thousands of dollars so you make sure that you can attack your enemy. But in the meantime, you got your enemy thinking that you are their friend. Russia got us thinking that they are our friends. How did you become a friend when you have been an enemy for so many years? Pick that up, people. How did you become a real friend when you've been an enemy for so many years? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hold on, please. Hold on. How can you all of a sudden become a friend when you've been an enemy all these years? But see, I would make somebody, just me, the way I play chess, I study my opponent. If you ever played a game of chess in real life, very seldom do you look at the pieces, but you also look at your opponent's facial expression. And you do that for a reason, because if you look hard enough and you really pick up on how they play chess when you study your opponent, you damn near could tell what their next move is going to be. That's the same as here. That's the same as on these YouTube streets. When you play chess, you look at your opponent, he's looking down at the pieces, you're looking at him, and then you're looking at the pieces, then you're looking at your pieces, because you're contemplating his next move. And his next move, then after he moves, you moves. And that's what's going on here. That's what's going on here. These people have studied who they call the ops for a long time, and they know just what they have to do to destroy them. That's in chess. That's in the military. That's just how it goes. This, I told you, is really called chess, but not checkers. But how many of these people really know how to, play chess? If you really knew how to play the real chess, I play real chess though. I play real chess. I'm not, no master at it, but I've learned key points and key plays, and I know how it go, that you will sacrifice some pieces, your pawns, just to make sure the queen protects her king. The queen protects her queen. The United States allies help protect us. That's a fact. The queen protects her king. She moves all over that board. She could swallow up any piece there. But once they take your queen, then the king is ass out. That's the same as these YouTube streets. That's the same as what's going on in the real world. We're focusing on the wrong thing. We are not even prepared to play this game. We're not prepared to play this game. These people are sowing. These people are distracting us. And as they distract us in the real world, and it's so strange, it seems like when things heat up in the real world, they heat up on these YouTube streets. I don't know how the heck that's happening, but I watch different things that happen in real life, and then it seems like the same thing happens in this virtual world. That's the craziest thing. I haven't figured out the correlation. The only thing I could figure out is, think about it. When there's a master, a puppet master, he pulls strings. He has a lot of puppets working for him, and he pulls a lot of strings. And the only thing I could think of how this ties into these YouTube streets is that the puppet master is way, 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 way up there. And his little puppets, he's manipulating and he's moving his little puppets in real life. And then they bring it on this virtual world. They bring it in this virtual world, you know? And it's not too many people here that can see that. Even though it's happening in the real world, you guys, somewhere they pulling strings. Remember, somewhere they pulling strings in this virtual world as well. So when things heat up out there in real life, they heat up right here in this virtual world. Now, I don't understand it. You know, I don't know. But that's the truth. That's the truth. Let me read some of these comments. My grandfather was a chess champion in high school. He won in the state tournament. Cool. Chess is deep, though. Chess is deep. And when people play chess, they study their opponents, you know? And I see all these people fast talking. I see all these people siding up. I see all these people doing all this crazy stuff just to fit in. If I was you, if your army's not built strong enough, keep your butt in your lane. Stay in your lane, because it's easy for them to come for you because you just little. You're just little. I'm just little. I don't get in it. No. But I could tell you, I see what's happening. I don't get in it, but I damn sure see what's happening. You could take that one to the bank. Just like I said, it's basic training. They manipulating your mind. They retraining your mind. Then physically, they equipping you with super chat, cash apps, and rah-rah-rahs. And then they'll shout you out and they do stuff like that. Then they build their allies. Then you come and you side with them. And then they'll start showing you the enemy who they need to attack. They done manipulated and train your mind so much. They don't even have to tell you. You just act on command. You just act. They don't have to say, go out there and windmill for me, fight for me, or side with this person. You just act because you have been mentally trained and conditioned to act for your leader, whoever that may be. That's the fact. That's a fact, Jack. You may not see it, but I'm telling you, nobody has to tell you to go out and windmill for someone or get on someone's platform or take up for someone. You have been mentally trained to do that, just like the military. We have been mentally trained to act upon things without even sometime getting the go ahead or the command to do it. We just do it because you have mentally trained us to look at our enemy one way and to act another, to look at our enemy and then act. And that's the same in this virtual world, baby. It's no different. I'm just sitting back watching. I'm just sitting back watching, and it's rather entertaining, especially when you can read through some of this. I could read through it, but remember, related to the military. Hey, baby, related to the military. How? Now, if you, again, I say this because I want y'all to really get this in your heads. If you didn't like me yesterday, you damn sure don't like me today. Nothing changed between yesterday. I'm sorry. I apologize. Nah. You didn't like me yesterday. You still don't like me today. But you will side with me and cozy up to me and kiss me and feed me. You know, I always say they fatten you up. They fatten up a pig or a chicken or a cow. They only fatten them up for the big kill. That's the only use you get out of it. You only feed them and fatten them up for the big kill. Damn, those some hell of a now. Because I just thought about you fatten up the cow, you fatten up the little chicken, you fatten up the pig, because eventually you're going to kill him. You're going to kill him. There you go, Monty. Good morning, baby. Before the slaughter. That's how this go. They are fattening you up, feeding you, so they can destroy you. That's how we do. That's how we do. That's a fact. That's what's going on these YouTube streets. And I said I was going to make a video because I saw the very beginning of it. But when I saw the very beginning of what was happening, you know, and I used to come in here and say, hey, I see something, and go to break it down, it caused problems for me. It caused problems for me. And so I just backed out. But I see some stuff happening, and I can guarantee you it's happening just like I see it. And I could sit here and call that sugar honey iced tea if I wanted to, but I just won't. I just won't call it. But I see this happening. I'm just going to see it play out just like all of us. We're just going to see it play out. Hansel and Gretel. That's right. Keep dropping them little crumbs. There you go. Thank you. I do hold grudges, but not that I hold grudges, because you know what? Something happened with my granddaughter and I, and I want you guys to think this is kind of cruel, but then I'll tell you why. She came to me yesterday. She did something to me the other day. Really pissed me off, you know. I'm helping her mom while my daughter worked, making sure my get prepared for virtual school and stuff. And then, you know, I lay down, prepare myself. So she said something, and she came back to me, and she said, Yaya, she said, I'm sorry. She said, Yaya, I'm sorry. And I told her, I don't forgive you. She said, I apologize. I said, well, I don't accept your apology. And my sister, Queen D, was like, damn, she just a kid. That's kind of mean. But no. Let me tell you again, you apologized to me before for doing the same thing. That's why I don't forgive you this time. When you apologize, you don't do it anymore. That's why it's hard for me to accept apologies, because 9 times out of 10, that person is going to be a repeat offender. Yeah, that's what they do. So she's going to do it again. So you think by you coming to say, I'm sorry, I apologize, that's going to knock me off of my game or my guard? Is not going to happen, because you continue to do the same thing. So you're really not sorry. You're just saying that to pacify me. And I'm not easily pacified. I'm a little tough, you guys. When you do something to me, and God forgive me, and he's working on me, but I'm a little tough. I don't forgive, because I already know you continuously do this. So you really not sorry. You're just letting words come out your mouth, but your actions is not strong as your words. Because if you really apologize, you will leave my stuff alone. You will stop doing what you're doing to me. So I said that to say this is not that I hold grudges so much. I just know what 9 times out of 10, you're going to be a repeat offender, because you got so comfortable. When I forgave you the first time, you got so comfortable doing it again and again and again, because you think I'm sorry go change the situation, and it's not. If you say you sorry and you won't do it again, then you really won't do it again. Hi, how are you, baby? Thank you, Quiet Storm. So she's only 12, but you teach at from the cradle to the grave, Queen Diva. You teach. Just like these people, they saying they sorry and forgive me, and then they line up with each other. No. You do or say one thing, and they go jump back into that old bag of cussing you out, dragging you, and doing whatever they have to do. Yeah, the forgiveness is for her. So she forgave, you know, she forgave me, but she does it quite a bit. So I want her to say, when you apologize, I want you to change your behavior. And that's what I explained to her. I'm not going to accept your apology, because I want you to change your behavior. Then perhaps if you change your behavior, I'm going to come back and say, you remember when you apologized? I accept your apology because I see you working on it and you changed your behavior. Hey, Mike. How are you, love? So that's the way Queen I mean, that's the way Mz.Teavalocity do it. Queen don't agree with me, and a lot of people don't agree with me. But I have to teach my granddaughter boundaries and right from wrong. You take advantage of me, just like these people. They have no boundaries. There's no right or wrong. They will sit here and make a wrong right. How the hell do you do that? How do you justify somebody's wrong behavior and make it right? And when you do that, you give people permission to do the same thing they did before to you. Yep, that's what you do. You give them permission to do the same thing. And I'm sorry. Thank you, Mike. Mike got it. Mike got it. Apology that's not genuine usually lead to repeated disrespects. That's what I'm saying. You only apologize because your mother probably told you to apologize. Oh, did you apologize to Yaya? So she come in here, Yaya. No, 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 no. You didn't mean it. You were told to do that. So the wrong that you did, you don't feel nothing about it. You don't feel exactly, Mike. You don't feel nothing about it. Your mother told you to do that. But if you were serious and you really apologized and you was going to change your actions, your mother wouldn't have to tell you to do that. See, that's the same here, you guys, in this virtual world. Hey, Mimi, what's going on, baby girl? That's what's happening in this virtual world. These people are aligning themselves with people who they done. Oh, God, if I could just really get it. One day I'm just going to get it. If they aligning themselves with people who have shitted on them just to belong to attack who they call an enemy. And it goes both ways. It goes both ways. You're aligning yourself. So now you dropping all this supposed to be scorching hot tea that you held to penalize somebody else that you didn't like, to help somebody else that you have became an ally with. And now that things are not working out your way, you want to spill all this tea. Yeah. Because now you looking to join forces with someone else. My Lord, my God. Whew, I can't, because now you want other people to accept you. So you have to do something or give them something. And this is this virtual world. This is this community watching. You have to give them something to accept you. That's what you're doing. You're giving them something to accept you so you can align yourself up with them because they attacking your enemy. Your enemy. But I told you, people study people weaknesses and their strength. And that's what they play on. They play on your weaknesses. They watching your strengths, but they playing on your weaknesses. And you guys are falling right for this BS. It's so many players in this game that you guys not even looking at. That Miss T is checking them out. One of them got a... Shut up. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Shin MacLove. Thank you, baby, for your subscription. Mimi checking fake hoes. Hey, baby girl. Thank you. But I'm telling you, your enemy is cozying up to you, sucking everything they could get out of you just to destroy you. And you got key players coming back to help that enemy destroy you. See, you're not a friend. You're an enemy. You present yourself as a friend because this is a game. This is a game. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Study your opponent. If you want to win, you better study your opponent. You better go back to where it all started at and know that your friend is your enemy. I tell people all the time, there's snakes in your camp. And there's a reason for snakes being in your camp. And it's okay if you have snakes in your camp as long as you can detect they're snakes. But sometimes people will throw other snakes in your camp. People that's not really even snakes. But you see them as snakes, and that's purpose, because they playing you now. They manipulating you. They playing with your mind now. They telling you that this person is a snake. Now you beginning to believe this person is the snake, and now you're going to turn against this person. You're going to turn against this person, and so now they see they got you on the ropes. They got you on the ropes, and now they're just studying how they make sure they can crush you. They making sure they studying how they know they can crush you, how to move to crush you. And they got you just where they want you to be. They got you just where they want you to be. Yep. An enemy in my eyes will always be just that. I can forgive, but I never forget people I respect and love and try my hardest never to offend or make feel pain on my behalf. You teaching this morning. Let me tell y'all something. When I don't come on every morning, the reason why I don't come on every morning is because I want to know when I come down here, I drop gems. And that's my purpose. And let me tell you something. I'm watching these people. I'm studying these people. I don't get down with it because I choose not to. But I have studied some of these people. And I remember I went way back to one of my videos. And I called it then, and I call it now. Be very, very careful. Remember. And another thing too, if your platform is not big enough and strong enough, and you're not riding with one of these camps and you continue to be individual, don't jump on anyone's side just to be seen, to think you will grow your platform. You guys stand on what you believe. Stay by yourself. Stay out of this mess. Just stay out of it, because it's a game. And remember, it's easier to crush little people than it is to crush big people. So it's easier for you to crush a little platform. See, anything you say or do when you align yourself, as the moment that you say or do something that somebody don't like, then they crush you. They crush you. And they're big and forceful enough to crush you. So if you don't have a big army and you can't fight that battle, keep your ass in your lane. Just stay in your lane. Like I said, I see a lot going on. I'm just going to stay right on over here. But from time to time, I'm going to drop a gem so you guys can see exactly what's going on too. Remember, it's no different than what's going on in the real world. There's no difference. And like I said, there's key players coming back into play. And then you mark my word, and I'm going to leave it alone. The big players, the real big players, everything's going to go down just like election time. Everything, I'm telling you, it correlates somewhere and I can't find out where. The only thing I could think of is, remember, the real puppet masters is over Google, Yahoo, the real world, the military. There's puppet masters. So whenever something happens out in this real world, they bring it in this YouTube world. Now, remember, all this chaos with these people unfriending each other and going back and forth at each other happened the same time this Breonna Taylor stuff was supposed to come up. Did y'all realize that? Did y'all realize that? Go back and watch. As soon as they were about to make some type of decision on this Breonna Taylor thing, the same shit started in this YouTube. I want y'all to watch it. Somewhere there's a correlation, because at the end of the day, the puppet masters are bigger than we can see. The bigger than what we can see. They manipulating us in real world, and they manipulating us in this YouTube world. They have trained us to attack when they don't even command us to attack. Well, I don't know if you guys got it, but I'm telling you, I told you some stuff, and I told you some stuff today. So I'm gonna read these comments, and then we're gonna get ready to get out. Some people in this sector will accept apologies from people who have done disgusting skits on their child, all for money and possibly fame. These people are selling their souls for nothing. K. Edwards. I hope you was here to hear it. I'm telling you, when you think you are building allies with your enemies, that's the worst thing to do. Basically, that's what this all boiled down to. When you think you are building allies with your enemy, they just fattening you up for the big kill. That's hey content. AH, hello, I spoke to you. Quiet Storm, my love, how are you? People are wanting acceptance from stranger. I can only imagine their real life. This is just this virtual world, but this virtual world, you guys, is tough. This war thing and all that in this virtual world is very tough. I go based on how you make me feel, period. That's a good way to be. That's a good way to be. Good morning, Sephora C. That's a good way. My thing is, I think if you and Ruth Bader Ginsburg died the same, come on now. There's a correlation here. I am content. There's a correlation here somewhere, and I'm going to work on finding out what is it. But you got to remember, though, I am content. The big puppet master controls all of this. So what he's seeing out in the real world, the only thing he's doing is bringing it to the YouTube world. The YouTube world. But is a reason sometime, Miss Monty. Okay. Oh, Mz.Teavalocity, you know the enemy is working. People don't want to see what they see. I love everyone. Take it or leave it. My life's just fine. Okay, baby, I got it. Miss Monty, I'm just going to read some of these. People show fake love and support. Oh, they going to do it even more now, sweetheart. They doing it even more now. I'm believe me, I hang in the bushes. There's a lot of divide and conquer going on. I sense a surprise shift coming about. People that we think are enemies are really frenemies. Business associates playing in our pantry, and Mike, get out of my head. Get out of my head. A lot of these people are friends, believe it or not. Hey, Miss T, my chat. Hello. I'm telling you, a lot of these people are friends. They appearing to be enemies. Then you have enemies who's appearing to be friends. I'm watching this stuff play out, y'all. I'm telling you, I be in a lot of bushes. I be in a lot of bushes. And I'm watching it play out. And Miss Monty, there's a lot of fake love and support here. And let me tell you something. When you are trying to fatten up for the big kill, you give them good meat. You give them good slop or whatever. You make sure you fatten those cows and pigs and chicken up so fat, then you go in and kill them, and then you resell them. You sell them. You sell them all for other people to eat. That's the same thing going on here. They will give you money. They will shower you with gifts. They will show you fake love. I see how this stuff go. They'll do all that. Soon as you don't agree with them, they'll kick your ass to the curb quick when you don't agree with them. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's why I say I stay in my lane. Hello, Joyce. How are you? I stay in my lane. But I could tell you this. I see what's going on. Oh, I see what's going on. But I don't come down here and make a video about it. But when something is on my heart, I go ahead and let it out. I let it out. And I tell you, I'm not as green as people may think I am. Very sharp. I'm very sharp. I hang up in the bushes. I'm watching all this going. I listen. I see these people drop bits. Like Hansel and Gretel, he right. Des was right. I see these people dropping bits of food everywhere, and people just devouring it. They just picking it up, eating it. They don't even know where the food came from. Shit, you don't even know where that food came from, and you picking it up, eating it. Especially with C19, you eating up everything these people putting down here, and people are just going around eating it up. And then I tell you, it's so crazy out here. You guys are so crazy that I could stay out. I could stay on YouTube and break this down more and more. But I just wanted to break it down in the form of a Air Force, the military. Don't forget basic training. They take you and they take you away from your family and everything, and they make sure they condition you. They condition you mentally and physically, right? Then they start building their allies. So teams, camps, whatever, they start building them. Then they start showing you the opponent or the enemy that they want you to be aware of. And then when they start waging war, 9 times out of 10, the leader step back. He's in the Oval Office or whatever awful office they have. They allow them to fight, and then he just watch. He just watch. And at the end of the day, someone wins the war in their mind. We're still fighting wars that we've been fighting for years that we will never win. But they got our money and everything tied up, and our military forces tied up. And that's what these people do. Mike, say it again, because I don't think they heard it. Say it for the people in the back. They build you up to break you down. You better study your opponent. You so busy, you so busy looking another way. You better look at your friend, your so-called friend who's your enemy. That's what we better do. We better look at our so-called friends who's really our enemies. Yeah, I know. That's what I tied it into, baby. I don't know where you've been, Sephora, see, but that's what it was. It's about our little community we have here. This is about our little community we in here. But let me tell you something. The people in the back will be coming up to the front. The people in the front will be falling back. And in November, there's a new but old sheriff coming to town. And we'll see what happens then. That's a fact. You better watch these people who you don't say you watch and you don't like. You say you don't watch them, but they are dropping some good little tidbits to pick up. And then you will know who they really are. Right now, you thinking they one person. But no, if you watch these people and you study them closely, you'll see who they are. They're not even who you think. But I just sit back and watch. There's going to be some real crime going on around these streets soon. Give it to November. Some of the key players will be back. They'll be around. They'll start, dropping little crumbs and start dropping little hints for you to know where to find them and to look for. I see a lot of stuff going on. There's so much going on that I have to sit here sometime and study it. I do. It's going to be some real crime. Yep, let me see what cars. That's what Orange Man does and blame everyone else. That's what they all do. There's always someone new that enters the game. Exactly. But the reason why a lot of these new people are entering the game, the reason why they enter in the game, because the master players will be coming. The master players will be coming in soon, and you'll start seeing who's the master players. You guys better just follow some of these people. Like I said, I'm glad that I'm just me. I'm independent. I stay to myself. I'm just me. Because if I really came down here and broke it down every day, there would be some exposures and everything. But I don't get down like that. Then using God as a drawing word and I love you are two phrases of words that can move a person quicker than anything. But see, here's the thing about God, Mike. God can put something on us that no man can ever take off. Now, I don't know if you believe in God, but I seriously do. And I know when you keep throwing God in it and your behavior is one way, excuse me, I'm sorry, God will put something on you that no man can ever take off. God will allow us to see things that you don't want us to see about you. That's what God does. When he started revealing things, he just started revealing them. Yeah, so I hope these people don't play with God. But anyway, good morning. Good morning, Andrea. How are you? So I wasn't going to stay long, but I'm telling you, I can stay in this for a while, but I have to go to work. So, I normally turn off at 10 o'clock. But let me tell you, you guys, you got to remember this whole world, our existence, is a game of chess. There are master puppets, masters that's bigger than us. And unfortunately, if we are not sharp, alert, or stay on top of our game, we won't even know that they are moving strings that's controlling us so much. That's what they trying to do with this. Remember I said I used the word Vaseline in the place of vaccine. The chips and all this C-19, all this is generated for a reason. And our distractions are purposely done for a reason. Same in YouTube world as it is in real life. But I said that, and I'm going to tie it. Like I said, don't forget that your enemies will become your friends to destroy you. Your enemy will become your friend to destroy you. They will make things look very, very good for you to become so comfortable that you don't even know that they're destroying you. Okay? That's just a word for us to be wise. And remember, even in the military, just like this virtual world, no one trains you 100%. No one trains you 100%. The military does not train their allies 100%. Neither does a person. Okay? Remember, no one trains you 100%. When you see your child as an object, accepting anything as their norm. It's just a lot going on, baby Brown. Thanks for joining me. Mike, let's see what you say exactly. I am a believer. I was speaking in the sense of manipulation when it comes to convincing people they are real deal to collect money, gifts. Mike, that's just where that, Mike. That's just where some of this is at. That's just where some of this is at. Okay, Kay Edwards. There are too many people put on pedestals around here. The person on the pedestal will say not to put them there, yet they won't come off of it. You just got to peep game, twin. I peep a lot that I don't even speak on, how people move and remove themselves. I am no fool, even when I act foolish at times. Good, Miss Monty. You got to peep game. Disunity is profitable. Exactly. Butterfly. So you guys have been great today. You know what? I was going to hold this message, but I'm like, dang, I see this happening. And sometimes, not that I'm not authentic, because I had this conversation with someone. It's not that I'm not authentic. It's just that I move a little different. I move in silence. And believe it or not, I move strategically. I move strategically because unfortunately, when you solo really here and you just your independent content creator, social media influence unapologetically yourself, you have to sometimes walk, kind of lightly on eggshells. And I don't like that because it makes me feel uncomfortable. But sometimes to inherit your blessings or what's for you, you have to be in uncomfortable places. And you have to remain you in uncomfortable places. And that's what I do. I just remain me in uncomfortable places. That's what I do sometimes. I remain me. They really destroying themselves because karma and the universe does not forget what appears to be is not always what it is. Exactly. And remember, whatever we sow is what we reap, good or bad harvest. Yeah, it doesn't matter. If you sow it, you're going to reap it, good or bad. What we put out in this universe, words are very powerful. Words are very, very powerful. And if you expect something from God, you better be prepared to receive it. If you expect it and you ask for it, your heart's desire, and he's given it to you, you better know how to receive it. See, because God is not going to give you something you can't handle. So we want all this from him, but we can't even handle. He positions us in uncomfortable places and positions so he can see if we can handle the big. With the little, be faithful over few, he'll make you rule over many. That's one of my favorite scriptures. Now, I can't remember what it is, but it's a scriptures, trust me. Ain't nothing going on but the money and power to many people out. Coward, now it's stuck in my head. So with that being said, please, I think you guys already know that, and you already signed up for my next page. And I hope what I said today was a blessing to you. Remember the things, the gems that I dropped today. And even if you don't like what I said, or you do like what I said, you know, remember when people tell you something, or they bring you any kind of message, or you read a book, or you in a conference, or you doing something, you take the good out of the bad. You take the good out of it. So it was something here today. There's so much more that I can say that I choose not to say, you know, but it's so much more that I see and I can say, but sometimes I choose not to. And that's what it is. So, butterfly may look like they winning, but we know better. Some people try to deal with their issues on the heart and private. We don't know what they're dealing with. And right there is a fact, Miss Monty. We don't know what people are dealing. Words cut like a knife. I don't care how many people say they don't. Unlike physical strike, words stick sometimes for a lifetime. And words, remember, Mike, words are so powerful, they build you up or they tear you down. They destroy you. Words can destroy you, or words can build you up. Please make sure you like this video. Like I said, I don't come on here like I plan to a lot of times, because I want to make sure when I come on here, I do what I promised to do. Here I go. Motivate, inspire, educate, uplift, mentor. Let's see. Inform, turn dust into diamonds. And if I can't do that, then I don't come on. And I want y'all to check out something, I don't know, but I want you to check out Pressure Cooker. And the reason why I'm shouting Pressure Cooker out, because last night she had a show, was telling us, was really breaking down, and she did it. I fell asleep. Sorry, Pressure Cooker, but I'm telling the truth. But I shared the video. You guys could watch it, but it's Pressure Cooker. And she was talking about cults. Are we a part of a cult? And sometimes we become part of a cult and don't even know. So I stuck around and watched Pressure Cooker, but then I'm telling the truth, I fell asleep. But try to catch her. She hit it on the head, and she gave us 10 instances or signs that we were part of a cult, or you are part of a cult, because I'm not part of no cult, but I'm just saying in general, and what to look for, and how they manipulate you, and how the leaders manipulate you. So it was a good show. Yeah, I really like Pressure Cooker. She breaks it down. Red Afro, thank you for joining me. Mike, thank you for joining me. Age, thank you for joining me. Who else? Butterfly, of course, my gemologist. Thank you for joining me. Miss Monty, thank you for joining me. Everyone who joined me, thank you so much. Please, please, please make sure you like this video. The way we get this video in the algorithm is by the likes. Thank you, Mike. I really enjoy you too. I enjoy you guys' engagement, because a lot of times when you engage, this what works for me. When I see something in the chat, I feed off of that sometimes. I say, oh yeah, right, Monty made a good point, and then I bring it up, and it puts me on track. You only a part of it if you scared to stand alone and speak your mind. Come on now, Quiet Storm. They didn't hear you. Say it again in the back. You're only part if you're only a part of it if you scared to stand alone and speak your mind. Come on in the back. Come on in the back. There you go. Pressure Cooker gave a great presentation on cult. She plans to do another. This was her part 2. You guys got to get over there. You know, here's the deal. I support a lot of people. I support quite a few people. And then sometime I drop down and sometime I don't. And you know, but I watch in the skybox all the time. I have front row seats for the skybox. I do. And I watch people and I study people and I study how manipulative these people are. And I just say, okay. And a lot of times when you watch people, they show you what not to do. They show you who not to be when they're doing wrong or doing something you don't consider. You know, sometime, unfortunately, you're in the chat, and I want to say this: you're in the chat, you're engaging like right now, and you may like a content creator. Then all of a sudden, Mz.Teavalocity start dragging this content creator. Now you engaging in a conversation simply different than what Mz.Teavalocity talk about, because you know the chat have their own thing going on. You know, and it appears to other people who in the skybox that you're talking about them or you're agreeing with them. That's not always the case. Sometimes we just happen to be in somebody's chat, and people who have these platforms allow people on these platforms, and the platforms turn it left. Oh shit, the platforms turn it left. We could be here talking about apple and oranges and how good fruit is for the soul, for the body. And you'll get somebody, when you open your platform, jump up there and start talking about, yeah, and grapes kill, grapes this, grape. They change the narrative. And a lot of times you can't stop them. You can't stop them. And then they'll start dragging one person and you caught in the middle. I enjoy your channel. You don't go live to holler and scream, cursing people out daily. You are different because you are speaking positivity and still holding the audience. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Mike. And I really, Mike, I want to shout you out because you have been here for a long time now and you engage. And I really appreciate that, Mike. You engage whenever I come on live. You hear a lot of times and you engage. And I appreciate that wholeheartedly. I appreciate all of my subs and all of my gemologists. We are a team here. And like I said, if I can't bring you something good, I'm going to go home. I'm going to stay home. I'm not going to even come out here and do a live. And what I mean by stay home, this is my house, you know, my virtual house. But I won't even open the door for you. Even if you knock on it, I won't open the door if I don't have anything good to feed you. Some people don't feel comfortable engaging either, you guys, because they're afraid that someone may say the wrong thing and they may step on someone's toes. You know, like I said, a lot of times the engagement comes from the chat and the chat goes wild. And then when you opened your platform, you got people jump on your platform, they say what they want. You can't control what comes out of a person's mouth. But I do believe wholeheartedly, and I'm not going to take this back, I do believe you could control your platform. I do, because you have that button that can flush everybody, dump everybody. So if you didn't want something going on your platform, just flush them. Don't give a damn how they feel. Just get rid of them, because that's your platform and you can control it. So to say, oh, I can't control who come on my platform. Yes, you can. And you can control what they say. If they attack another content creator you like, you can shut that down. But if you allow it to go on, that's because you want to attack them. And this person is really saying what you want to say. I don't buy the BS. We can control our platforms. I do it all the time when I open my platform. If somebody starts saying something, I say, you know, no, we're not going to do that here. And most people who respect you, they will follow your decorum and your rules. Oh, you lost, Bench Thinker? At Brixton, I'm so lost. I don't be knowing who or what Mz.Teavalocity is talking about sometimes. Oh, I'm sorry you lost, honey. I'm sorry you lost, Benj. However, you have to either watch the recap or somehow you got to catch up, baby. I was talking about everything that's going on. But my analogy was in relationship to the military a lot of times. And then I gave you examples. So I don't know. Binge, that's the beauty of this chat. You can still talk without talking about a particular person. You can, and I purposely do that, you guys. I don't call names, but if you follow like I follow, you know exactly the key players and you know who I'm talking about. Mz.Teavalocity, stay out of Sir King bushes. Oh no, I'm not in nobody. I'm in everybody's bushes, baby. Sometimes I drop down in Sir King's. I like them sometimes. Sir King has a variety show over there. I don't have a problem with Sir King. I'm talking about everybody. I like my dissertation in private. I'm talking about everybody that I see. I'm not calling out anyone. I'm just telling you what I see, what I have observed here. I've observed a lot, and I'm continuing to observe people. Mm-hmm. But you know, like I said, you have to be really careful. You have to be really careful. And so I try to stay in my lane. But I do, hey Harley Q baby. But I did watch Brianna the other day and I thought she had an interesting live. And so some of what she said on one of her lives, I don't know which one it is, so I'm not going to direct you to it. But one of them really resonated with me because I saw at that point she felt like I felt, you know, but I don't know what video it was. So if you follow her, you follow her. But something she said resonated with me. At Mz.Teavalocity, did my binge, she don't keep upright a lot of this stuff. No, she don't. Hey, Harley Q, what's going on, baby girl? I know you're doing that virtual learning. So is one of my gyms. That's my baby. I miss you, sweetheart. I haven't seen you. So I'm glad to see that you're here, Miss Pizarro, because I missed you. Hey, still fine. Haven't seen you in a while. Kay Edwards, I haven't seen you in a while. Hello, Miss T in chat. Great live. Be blessed and you stay safe. And I don't mind you hanging out in the skybox as long as you get in the gyms. I don't care whether you come down or not. But I'm glad to see you, Miss Pizarro, because I haven't seen you in a while. And you know, much love to you, sweetheart. I appreciate your support. Binge, yeah, binge. This chaos, a bunch of chaos. Not only is it chaos, we watching self-destruction on some of these platforms. We just watching people, you know, self-destruct, and we just sitting here for it. You know, I guess that's all we could do is just here for it. Oh, sweetheart, you miss me. I hope all is well with you, love. Thanks for coming by today. Is God, thank God it's Friday. I know, you know, I never say thank God it's Friday. I just thank God for every day. Let me tell you why I don't say thank God it's Friday. Because I work the weekends and I pull my 12. So, you know, in my job or my profession or my career, I don't get weekends off all the time. In fact, I work a lot of them, you know, and that sucks, but it is what it is. You know, it's the profession I chose. So, and I know it's a 24-hour operation, 300 and how many days is it? They done got me cutting down days. What is really going on? 365 days. I know. Pizarro, you over your attitude yet? You're coming back? Yeah, I miss you. I wanted you to do that conspiracy thing. Because Pizarro, you guys, this is just Pizarro. I need you to talk to me. I'm gonna open my platform up probably Saturday, but I want to talk about different things Saturday. You guys, you could come on and join me. It'll be perhaps an open platform I do Saturday because I have time. I have time. Or either tonight, Friday night. Well, no, I don't know. I'll let y'all know. I know, but I want to talk about my girl Tamar because I'm telling you, I told you, and I'm just gonna say this and we gonna leave it. When I saw that lady drinking out of that cup with all those men around her, something did not sit right with me. And I have hell of a discernment. My gut feelings, I have discernment. So I don't know. I'm about to leave with you. I'm barely here anyway. Oh, are you? Are you? Okay, okay. Wishing peace and blessings to everyone in this chat. If you are going through a storm in your life right now, keep in mind better days are ahead. Yes, make sure whatever you do, keep the faith. No matter what it looks like, keep the faith. What resonated with me is people covering up for people that do things that should have jail time and then come back saying, I knew it, I was true. All right. Okay, now, Kay Edwards. Perhaps we were in that same live, baby. Some things resonate with me. I noticed you haven't been around. I noticed a couple of you guys haven't been around. Yes, Sephora C is probably MKL. I'm telling you, when I saw that girl drink something out that cup that day, that thing bothered me. You know, I said, all men around this baby and no women. What is she drinking? What ritual? What is it that she doing? So I just want to keep an eye, and Miss Pizarro, I know you do conspiracy theory. Keep an eye on this Tamar thing, and perhaps we could come talk about it and leave it at Tamar, you guys. We ain't going into all that other stuff, because I think we had a great conversation when we did the conspiracy. I just think we went too deep, and some things we need to stay away from, because at the end of the day, remember, they own this platform. They just gave me liberty for a little while until they don't like what I say or do, and then they'll snatch this platform. So I don't want to get deep when we go into the government, but I do want to talk about this celebrity. I want to talk about Tamar. Yeah, okay, I want to talk about Tamar. You got to know the culture, right? And I don't know the culture, Benj, and that's why I was just wondering, what was she drinking? But shortly after that, she started having these problems, and that's the reason why I said something just don't seem right. I don't know what's been going on with the beef sector. I'd be avoiding it. Okay, good for you, Miss Pizarro. I always feel, listen, at the end of the day, I say this, whatever you do, let it be well in your soul. And if God is convicting you, and this is just an extra I'm throwing in, we just chatting now. If God is convicting you, he's convicting you for a reason. And if you feel that conviction, my advice to you is to get it right with God and not these people. Because at the end of the day, you have to answer to God and not these people. If that's what you believe. If that's what you believe. What Nene say? Nene, oh, wait. Nene, some days I'm interested, most days I'm not. Depends on who's talking. Okay. Hidden in plain sight. Hey, Red Afro, thank you for joining me too, baby. Nene is some level-headed people on here. You know what? It's some good people on here. Here's what happened. Just like Pressure Cooker said, to a certain extent, we stay focused on certain people and we don't go out of that area because we're damn near brainwashed. And some people, I'm not talking about us, to just stay in our area. We're almost like we have handcuffs because we're afraid. These people have made us so afraid that if you go over on somebody else's platform or in their chat, you're against them. They almost have us brainwashed and in handcuffs. And so you guys don't go outside of this community. But there's a lot of people here that's smart, talented, that has commentary. Some people have, you know, businesses, they have commentary, they do well for themselves. This is where they at, this is where they want to be, and that's fine with us. Then you have people who go outside this little boundary. They go out and they meet other people, they network, and if they want to continue their platforms, their network will become their net worth. Eventually, you'll get on and you'll move forward, you know. So when you feel like you ain't for the junk or something, just go visit other areas. It's, you know, YouTube is big, it's huge, it's humongous, it's a big business, it's $1 billion business. So is other places. But when you start getting all upset and it's taking a toll on you mentally, physically, it's time for you to bow out and visit somewhere calmer and more peaceful. And there's a lot of areas. So that's that, you guys. Thank you, boo. It's best I stay away. Do what you feel that you need to do, sweetheart. You just do what you feel, because some way, and this is to Pizarro, some way you're feeling conflicted here in your soul, in your spirit, or whatever you call it. Work that out, and then do what you feel is best to do. You can leave here and come back 3 years later Some of the people will be doing the same thing. You won't miss a beat, baby. You won't miss a beat. So do what you want to do, you know. I wanted to say something too about TK. Tasha K, I follow Tasha K, Mob Radio. I be everywhere, sometimes I see content creators, they are theatrical. So they embellish things to make their story sound better. Even if they telling the truth, sometimes they just embellish it as far as to sell the story. But now Tasha K, I'm trying to get with Tasha K because I like her, but she admitted to lying. There's a difference in embellishment and lying. Now the definition is almost synonymously, you guys. I think I'm right. But I thought that at one point that Tasha K embellishes, just to, make her story dramatize, her story. Dramatize, that's not a word. I don't know, to make her story seem more dramatic. But then she admit to lying. That's not good. Even if she was lying, she lost credibility. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go over there and ask TK. So you were lying. So now you discredit your stories, and that's gonna make it tough for people to follow and believe you. But she has a huge following, and like I said, I could sit down here, and most people could sit down here and tell you they lying, and you still go follow them. They lying, and you still go follow them. So she probably figured like that. She'll tell the truth. It ain't gonna affect her none. She had 12 when I was in there the other day. She had like 14,000 people watching her. So her admitting that she lied didn't affect her any. That's crazy though, isn't it? That's crazy. That's how we program. So, ooh, white side beefing. Oh my goodness. You guys, we've been here an hour and 41 minutes. Embellish. Somebody said embellish. Embellish is still a lie. Yes, you're right, Bench Thinker. It's still a lie. But I look at it sometimes when people embellish things, not to intentionally lie, but to dramatize what they saying a little more. Is that a word? Somebody help me out. They all cult leaders, Sephora, when you look at it. There's a lot of cult leaders here. But I thought she was doing it just to, make it excited, make it more like a little theatrical, a little more dramatic. That's what I thought when she told her stories. But then she meant to lying. And I'm like, huh? I said right there kind of threw me off a little bit. And I like Tasha K, but you said you knew she was lying, but you still follow her. See, so it doesn't matter. It's easier to watch white sector stuff because you can detach a bit at Miss Pizarro. Oh, that's a question to Miss Pizarro. Do you think it's easy to watch white beef sectors because you can attach from it? Hey, I want to. Dang. You can't watch Tasha K? I'll watch it for a little bit. I think the other day, I don't know if TK was a little drunk or something. She was a little bit wild and out there, and I was like, oh, wow. Yeah, I don't follow anyway. I don't follow anyone either, Andre. I may like you and I watch you, but I don't follow you. They yelling shake me up. That yelling shakes me up. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't even know the other day if she was just a little intoxicated, but she was all over everywhere, Tasha K. But I still want to ask her, why would you lie? Why would you lie? And then to come out and tell people you lie, that's the craziest thing. Right there, I challenge her integrity and of course, her credibility. Now I like Mob Radio and I like Tasha K, and I'm just talking about those people because they are very different. They do the same job, but to me they're very different. And I kind of watch both of them and I enjoy both of them, but I was disappointed when Tasha told me she was lying. So I told her today, Tasha, I need to talk to you. Why are you lying over there? Oh, I will support content creators in this section when they do their content, but not the beefing. Well, all right, now you've made a stance and stick with your stance, baby. The truth don't matter to these people because lies are more entertaining. Exactly, Nene, we see that. She already told this when Lovely T and her fell out. She said it was for them to go viral. Yeah, I remember that one, Pizarro, but this latest one, she said, I tried watching the white beef sector and they call themselves the drama community. I almost fell off my chair. I've never been over to the white beef sector, but you know, all these sectors have beef in them. I mean, everywhere we go, they have beef in them. Think about it. Even the mukbang, you just eating. But you have to wonder, how can a beloved become a beloved with 1 million followers and she's just eating and eating the same thing every day? So there's a place for everybody. There's enough money for everybody. No need for us to kill each other to get on top and have a crab in a barrel mentality, because there's enough money for everybody. If you could sit and watch someone, and I watch Beloved sometime. I haven't watched her in a while, but I watch her. And I just watch her eat. And my thing for watching her eat is like, don't tell me this little woman gonna eat all this food. You know, how could she eat all this food? Where's all this food going to? How she stay so small? But that goes to show you there's an audience for anything. You got people just putting on makeup. You got people with silent videos that people sit there and watch. I had one of my team members say she turns the video off and just watch the chat. So there's an audience for everything. There's enough money to be made by all of us. We just need to find our niche and make our money, and you don't have to destroy or kill each other to do it. Yep. The mukbang beef is what made me do my first video. Yeah, the mukbang beef is crazy. It's crazy, isn't it? How can you fight over eating? Because jealousy take place. Envy and jealousy take place in all areas. So you see someone getting big, instead of trying to say, hey, let me link up with you. Can I do a mukbang with you? You know, put my name out there. Nope, you commence to talking about them. You commence to trying to destroy them instead of hooking up with them and say, well, listen, you got to play smart. Hey, listen, I know your platform bigger, and I know that's why some of these people jump on other people's platforms, because they see that they are bigger and they'll get exposure. I see whatever you do that feels comfortable for you. But the difference in our community over here is if people see you doing that, then they'll start attacking you. And if you're not big enough and not built up strong enough, then they will definitely devour and destroy and tank your platform. That's why I said I'm very careful and selective on what I do here, because I watch people, but you know, and watch how people move. That's the same over in the mukbang world. You can do a collab with Beloved and you could get a lot of subscribers from her. You could get a lot of supporters that come from Beloved because you have collabed with her. And she's a known brand on these YouTube streets in this mukbang world. But instead, people choose to destroy her or go after her. Yeah. And so you just have to get in where you fit in, but most of all, you have to network to have net worth. I got my first little check from YouTube. Oh my gosh, I'm like, what could I do with this? But I don't be on here, and engagement is everything. And then, you know, the amount of videos and the ads and everything. I Am Content broke that down because people think when you first get monetized that, you know, you make all this money. Monetization is that, you know, this big great thing. But I'm still, you know, keeping on task here. But the real deal is you need to learn how to collaborate with people. You know, if you get on a platform, you're trying to collaborate with those people and you guys are trying to build off of that collaboration. You know, you're not just jumping on people platforms because you want people to see you or something like that. Or you go on the platform because you want to be part of the discussion. And I like that. But I would like it better if sometime we could collab with people, like-minded people, and we could help both sides get bigger. Both content creators get bigger. You help both of them, you know. Congratulations on what? You said congratulations at Miss T on what? What? Congratulations for what? I ain't got nothing new. Yeah, they drag Be Love too. And you know, but like, hey QI baby, I ain't see you. Hey, no patience. Yeah, they drag Be Love too, but you got to remember when you get big, you're always going to have people come after you and attack you. I don't care, but like I said, it's people on here who's putting on makeup that's huge. You know, who people just do fashion hauls. They buy clothes and they come and do fashion haul. They do hair. They do makeup, they do gardening, they do fix-it videos, they do videos helping YouTubers get bigger. They had that Mr. Information Man on someone's platform, and he was very informative, and he was saying how to, you know, YouTube, he was giving us tips and stuff, you know. So he was pretty good. Can you borrow $1? Girl, I ain't got no dollar. Oh, my first check, girl, that little check. I was like, now what the hell is this? Oh, I did all this work for this. No, because I do this because I enjoy it. I don't really work for YouTube, but it took me the longest. But shout out to Rico. Rico helped me. Yeah, Rico helped me. And as soon as he told me what to do, I Googled it and it showed me just what to do. So shout out to Rico. He don't be over here, but I thanked him. Hi, Sonia Bennett. How are you, baby? Okay, hello from Babe Nation. Okay, Sonia. I mean, you know, over here, we're variety over here, sweetheart. I don't change for anyone. So if you coming from Babe Nation saying hello, hello back to you, Sonia. Thanks for joining me. Um, so yeah, Rico helped me, and so I was proud of that. I was happy of that. And when I got that little thing, I said, "Girl, what is this little thing?" I said, "But I could put it in the bank." Yep, I could put it in the bank, but I could see why, you guys. I thank you, Bone Girl. I could see why these people get down here and fight like this all the time in this community. Or I could see why Be Love, in order to maintain her, and I know she have other stuff working for her. I think she have sponsors, she got her source and everything. So shout out to Be Love. But I could see why these people have to come down here every day and do what they do, because you really don't make a lot of money. You really don't, you guys, unless you do this thing every day. And I'm not coming down here doing something every day. I told you, when I have gems to spill, I come down here. And when I don't, I don't. Hold on. Okay, thank you, Sonia. Appreciate you checking me out. Miss T, please watch A Call for Uprising channel. He is the best. I will do that. Let me write it down. Yeah, but I see why these people do that. And hi, Pat. I'm sorry, and no patience. And Bone Girl, thank you for jumping out of the skybox. You know, but I see why these people do this. If they live and listen, and we have to be fair. If these people are living and Google is living off of this paycheck and Google their job, they have to come down here and do what they do. They're almost forced to do it. To be honest with you, they're forced to do it because that's their paycheck. So we all, hey, Donna Hughes, how are you, baby? Long time no see. Hope all is well. So they're forced to do this because this they're living. So you really can't take it away from them. Like I said, I don't care what they do on their platforms, because that's their platform and they created their platform to do what they do. I just have a problem and I bow out when it crosses the line for me. But I have that choice, you know? But Yeah, they really working hard. And I could see, hey, Melissa, sunny days. And I could see why these people work so hard, because that little paycheck I got, I'm like, damn. So if I had to live off this, I would have to come down here every day. Right, Sephora, see, bingo. You said it, they're slave to Google now. And you know what, you guys, we have to be honest, Sephora, see what you being at. All of us is a slave to someone if we have to work. We're a slave to debt. We're a slave to something or someone, unfortunately. We're really never free when it comes to some of this garbage. But thank you, Pizarro. But the deal is, I see why these people, they have to work extra hard just to get $1,000. I was nowhere near $1,000. Thank you, baby Melissa. But I'm saying, damn, for them to get $1,000, I was like, wow, they got to come down here and do this stuff every day if they work for YouTube. They got to fight every day. They got to drag every day. Unless they have other stuff going on for them. And unfortunately, they have, see, this is the deal too. Some content creators have built their channel on mess. So it's going to be hard for them to deviate from the mess. So when they try to do something positive, they not going to hit those views, y'all. They just not going to hit those views. I'm sorry. You know, they not like even Beloved, you know, and I use her because we was talking about mukbang. Even her, she have backed herself in the corner somewhat, even though she have a lot of things going for her. And I can't say, but I'm saying this in relations to what I see. She has backed herself in the corner because she has to come down here and eat that garbage every day. Yeah, Donna, I work to live. Yeah. She has to eat that every day, no matter if she's sick. I saw this sister go through surgery. I saw her go through dental surgery and everything. She still came down here to pull it off because she have to, because this is her job now. You know, and she can't call in sick because she don't have sick leave a lot of time. I mean, that's for real, y'all. I'm just telling the truth. So she has to come down here sick and all. Her mouth, she had just got her mouth done, and she still was eating that what is that, lobster tail, boiled eggs, and whatever else with her sauce, because that's her job. So she couldn't take a couple of sick days off. She was off probably 1 or 2 days, but she was back on it. She was back on it. And so that's crazy. So some of these people have backed themselves into the wall where it's hard for them to get out. So even if they say today, hey, I want to do something positive, man, I'm sick of this dragon shit. I'm so tired of talking about Bob and Bob talking about me. And if you notice, a lot of people, their content and their commentary is some of the same people or the same stuff. And so when you get tired of doing that, it'll be hard for you to back away from that, because that's what everybody knows you by. That's what they know you by. So even when you run something positive, they're not going to see you. So it's kind of good if you really, you know, come out here having a variety of things, talking about a variety of things, not just one or two certain people, but you do a variety of things so people will look for that variation in you. Like I watched Sir King, you know, and he somewhat have a variety show going on over there. You know, you never know what you'll get over there on Sir King's, but that's it. He has a nighttime variety show. He has people you've never seen before that feel comfortable to get on his platform, engage in the chats, and it's just like a show, you know? Yep. And that's what it is, you know? So everybody have to find their niche and go with it. Let Miss T know we can have a panel on her channel or your channel. I'll be here for it. I done did so much more research. Did you see my community wall? Nope. I'll go over there though, Pissarro. No, let me tell you something about Mz.Teavalocity. And maybe Donna could adhere to this. Anybody can adhere to this. I'm still, you know what? I value my supporters. When I don't see people that I genuinely care for or my supporters in a while, I reach out to some of them. But I make sure I keep it on a professional business level. Oh, I haven't seen you around. I'm just checking to make sure all is well with you, because we don't know what people are going through. I've seen two of my associates. I hadn't seen them, so I have to reach out to them, not knowing when I called them, they weren't feeling well. So I was like, damn, I wouldn't have known that if I didn't reach out. So when I don't see people that support me and have been supporting me, you know, you have a right to take away your subscription. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is when I don't see you, I'm a little concerned. So I reach out sometime. Yeah, he be kicking off a lot of mess over there too. Don't he, Sonya? He's funny. He's funny. I've been on Circuit. I watch him in the bushes. You know what? He's our late night show. So I fall asleep to Sir King. And when I wake up, when you have to pay that water bill before you wake up in the morning, you got to go pay that water bill. He's still on. Donna said that. Donna Dona. If I don't see you, she said, yes, you do check for folks because you really mean something to me. You have a choice to be a subscriber or you don't. And sometimes I may not talk about what you want me to talk about, or you don't like what I talk about and you go away. Everything is not for everybody, and I'm not interesting to a lot of people, or I am interesting to some people. But so if I don't see him sometime, I get concerned. So I hadn't seen Pizarro in a couple of days, so I was concerned. So I thank you for dropping down, Miss Pizarro. QI tell you the same thing. If I don't see you, I'll reach out to you just to make sure that you are okay, because that's part of who I am. If you're not okay, is it something I can help you with if you need somebody to talk to, but I don't get too deep involved? Okay, so I'm going to read these and then we're going to get out here. We've been here 2 hours. Donna Hughes, I went to school with a couple of sisters who would binge and purge. I wonder if that is something they do. Yes. Oh, Andrea, I wonder if that's what she do. Does she eat and then she, throw it up? I don't understand. And she had surgery, and not to talk bad about her, but she had surgery and then she came back to eating like that. So that's what I mean by when I say she backed herself into a wall, because most people follow her to see her eat. And I watch her when I was watching her, because in my mind, I couldn't believe that little lady could eat all that. So that kept me interested in what she was doing, be loved. So, and she keeps it professional. Who keeps it professional? I'm sorry. I don't know. I got lost somewhere. So I like Sir King, even though he's be shading me. Yes, he did shade you the other day, Butterfly. But he's shady. I call Sir King Mr. Shemessy, and I gave him that name, Shemessy. He better take it before I take it. He's a little Shemessy, a little shady and messy. Me too, at Melissa King. I still watch Carol. Oh, I used to like Carol Burnett. I even sing her ending song to my to my grands. I'm so glad we had this time together. And you found out that when she twinkled that ear, when she touched that ear, that was a signal for her children to go to bed. Her show was over. Did you know that, you guys? On Carol Burnett we talking about. Yeah, Donna, I believe she must go and throw that stuff up. I can't imagine that lady and all that greasy stuff. Her gallbladder gotta be screaming at her. But I don't know. For some reason, I fell asleep. Hold on, Sephora. For some reason, I fell asleep to people yelling and fighting. They do that a lot. I mean, he has an open platform. I can't do Sir King unless he's doing a talent show. Okay, see, some people offer you things you like and some people don't. She was heavier before. Yeah, Miss Monty, she had a surgery. We walked through her surgery. She showed us the journey of her getting weight loss surgery and butt lifted and all that stuff. And then you come back and have to eat like that. So I don't know. I don't know. You, Miss Teve. Oh, me, yeah, I do check on people. You was telling them that I do check on people. I do not know that. I did not know that. Yeah, Melissa King, when she pulled her ear, that was for her. That was her telling her children her show was over and it was time to go to bed. Allegedly what? Allegedly, you yelling allegedly what, baby? Allegedly what? I'm lost. Allegedly. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what no patience talking about allegedly. I don't know. Oh, are you? Yeah, I'm about to change my diet too, you guys. I told you I eat a lot of junk and that's just not cool. No patience. What you talking about allegedly to, baby? I don't know. Yeah, was that a Carol Burnett? That's right, a Burnett trivia. Yeah, that's what she did. I don't know what no patience talking about, but she said allegedly. Because I said facts. She did have a weight loss surgery, if that's what you're talking about. And she had a mommy, whatever they call those mommy makeovers. And she had dental work. We saw that. We followed the journey with, if you're talking about, I'm confused. I don't know. I can't do Sir King platforms. So I don't know what you're talking about, Ange. No patience. Allegedly, she throws it up. Oh no, I said I don't know if she throw it up. We were saying what happens. I don't know if she throw it up, baby, but I do know, and anybody could tell you, if you do that and you purge and you throw up like that, eventually, if you binge and purge, you will burn your esophagus out. Now, I'm telling you what I know medically. Once you burn your esophagus out, you could cancel Christmas. I don't know what the lady do. I didn't say. I said I can't imagine her eating that food. I don't know who said she binge and purge. I don't know, baby. I didn't say that because I don't know that to be factual. I know I did follow about yeah, it was about the purge, Miss T. Oh, no, I didn't say nothing about her. I don't know what she do. I just can't imagine that little lady eating all that food. That's all I said. But I do know if you do that binge and purge, you are in grave danger because that acid, our stomach acid, will eventually erode our esophagus. And once we erode our esophagus by being a binge and a purger, that acid coming up, and once it burns your esophagus out, then you have to go to tube feeding. See, there's no regeneration, no rebuilding of your esophagus. Okay, so I don't know what those people do, but I know that could be a danger to our body. Yep. I live a fast and focused lifestyle of a combination of 24. My daughter do that. My daughter does that, Donna. She does that combination fast in 24, 48, and 72 hours, right? My daughter does something like that. I think it's important though that we all should fast. Fasting is good for you. Fasting is good for you too. When you are confused about something, if you fast, God will give you clarity on a religious fast or a spiritual fast. You get clarity on a lot of things. So when you confuse, if you want to, just go on a fast. It'll help you. What's wrong, Andrea? I'm confused. She's going, oh my word. And she's covering her face. You guys, I'm so confused in this chat. So I'm going to get ready to get off here because I am so confused because I never said, so I didn't have to use allegedly because I never said that the lady did that. I said, I'm just wondering how she eats all that food and stays small. Somebody else said that other garbage. So I don't know. But anywho, it's been great, you guys. It's been 2 hours. I passed my sleep time because I normally go back to sleep at 10 o'clock. You know, I will be back Saturday morning or either Saturday night. And I do want to do an open panel and discuss a couple of things. I want to discuss the Breonna Taylor thing. I want to discuss a little bit about what's going on in the streets, and I want to discuss Tamar. Okay, baby, but thank you. Good looking out, no patience. I hear you. Good looking out for me, baby. But no, I didn't say it. I want to discuss some things, and you know, all of us form different opinions, and we perceive things different. And so I like to just get a little panel going, maybe Saturday, and just see our perception of this Breonna Taylor thing, and that, and the Tamar thing, and the YouTube street army. Well, war. A little bit about that. That's all I want to do. Yes, justice for Breonna Taylor. I don't know, you guys, if you know, these people are doing what they want to us, and we're not getting justice. And if we don't change some things, we'll never get justice. And I only foresee this stuff getting worse because leading up to the election, you know, I only see some of this stuff getting worse, and I pray peace and protection over everybody. You know, we have to make sure we stay vigilant in praying for our protection because it's getting worse out in the real world as well as on the virtual world. So protect your energy, protect your peace, protect your mental state. Yes, yeah. I think that had to do a lot on the facts. We are in war against genocide. We are. And I'm going to pull up a couple articles. I was concerned about them doing those. Let me get it together. I'm concerned about the payouts for Breonna Taylor. I'm also concerned about them giving people unwanted and unneeded hysterectomies because that's deep. That's deep. And see why all that stuff is going on. We're not out there fighting that and paying attention to that, and we on here fighting each other. All those things are taking place. You know, I want to do an open panel on that. You guys, I am way past my bedtime. It was great to see you, Donna Hughes, QI, and the rest of you guys. My Miss Pizarro, as usual. I am going to get ready to get out of here because I have to go to sleep. Yes, Donna Hughes, I am going to try. I'm going to try that fast too. My daughter does it. My daughter done lost like 30 pounds, and she do that intermittent fasting y'all talking about. Plus, she makes sure she walks and eat healthier. But that fasting, she started off with that. The fasting. You right, Donna. I'm paying attention to you. Population control. They do it in China. They doing it over here. With that being said, don't forget the gems that I dropped earlier. I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Thank you, everyone, for joining. If you see your king's crown crooked, help him straighten it out. You guys, when I say this, it's so important, and I mean it when I say it. If you see your queen's crown crooked, help her straighten it. Speak life and wisdom into your princes and your princesses. They are our joint heirs and our future. Let's keep that stuff in mind. Remember, build our children up. Don't tear them down. Make sure you be a good example for. No, parenting, we don't have a handbook on parenting, but it's certain things you should know. Make sure you continue to be abreast of everything what's going on with your children. You know, on social media and off social media. A lot of stuff is happening that we don't discuss, but we need to really pay attention. But make sure you be a blessing more than anything and not a bother. It doesn't take much to bless someone. A simple hello. You look pretty today. I like your scarf. I like your hat. Can I open that door for you? Can I get this cup of coffee? I'll buy that breakfast sandwich. You know, make sure it doesn't take much. Remember, in order for you to receive blessings, you have to bless. That's just God's word. And it doesn't take much. See, you don't have to be a millionaire to bless somebody. Just the simple blessings will come back to you 10, 20, or 100-fold. Believe that, because that's God's word. That's not Mz.Teavalocity words. That's God's word. Make sure you guys vote. If you believe in voting, make sure you vote. They already set things in place right now to hinder the votes. So make sure. And make sure you stay abreast of what's going on out there. Okay? So, facts is vote, 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 vote. Let's uplift each other instead of tearing each other down. Correct. I really thoroughly enjoyed this. And Bones Girl, thank you so much. If you're not a subscriber, sweetheart, please subscribe. Like I say, come and join us. You know, we make you comfortable over here. We have a certain decorum, so you don't even have to worry about engaging or speaking your mind. It's just a matter of you being respectful and whatever you choose to do. But I enjoyed you today. I appreciate you. Good night. Good morning. Goodbye.